Hey, what's up, everybody? Lobo here. Today we're going to do another episode of Lobo's Loot. With me is my friend Mr. Venom. Hello, Mr. Venom.
Greetings and salutations, rebel scum. How you doing, Lobo? It's been a long time.
It's been way too long, way too long. I
Damn
should have
right.
hit you up when I moved back down here from up north, but COVID happened, and
It does.
that. So I haven't watched Solo since it was new. How about you?
Same thing. Only watched it once in the theater.
Right, you because you primarily just watch horror movies. So
I
much
mean, I
so that
watch
we have a
everything.
podcast.
When it comes to theater watches, I watch everything.
Oh,
I
okay, good.
podcast about horror movies, but yeah, I watch everything.
All right.
I'm an old Star Wars fan. I was the right age in '77 when the first one came out, so I've been a fan since day one.
Right. I think I'm a little bit younger than you are, but like the first Star Wars movie was the first movie theater experience I ever had. And it was during the 1978 re-release.
Nice.
So
I saw it in '77. My dad took me. I have very few memories of it. I have more memories of seeing Empire since I was like 3 years later, because I
right.
was 7 years old in '77. So
Okay.
yeah,
I was 3.
yeah.
So but that being said, you ready to jump into this?
Let's do it, brother.
Cool. I'm gonna do like a little 3-second countdown. And we'll watch up until the title screen, then I'll drop it out so I don't get a copyright flag, and everybody that's watching along with us can see where we're at and time it accordingly. I wish I could do a stopwatch for the whole thing, but StreamYard for some reason doesn't have that. Yeah, so let's sorry, I'm being lame with I'm still learning this stream. That's the nope. Sorry. That's the button I wanted. All right. So on 3, 2, 1, play.
I still get jitters when I see that Lucasfilms logo.
Right? I just missed the 20th Century Fox fanfare. It is a lawless time. A Blackie lawless time.
Ooh, Wasp reference.
All right, Lady Proxima. I guess that was I had a discussion not too long ago with if that thing was genderless or not, but I guess it's called Lady Proxima.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
And that's about as much video as I'm comfortable without getting Disney to
I hear
snipe me. Oh, I guess I could have waited for that.
Nice.
So they had that the guys that were making the Lego movies were the original directors on this, and then it switched to Ron Howard, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that
I think
right?
so, right? It was supposed to be Rian Johnson, I think, the guy who directed.
No,
right? Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
no, Rian Johnson was episode.
Oh, you're probably right.
8. This was the Lego guys, and they were making it kind of slapsticky.
Little bit. I don't mind a little levity in my Star Wars.
No. I mean, that's what the point of 3PO and R2 were in the original, right?
Yeah. Hey, comic relief.
And then they went overboard with Jar Jar Binks in the prequels.
Comic relief have to be funny, though. And sadly, Jar Jar was not. Hey, it's Khaleesi.
Right? Yeah,
Good work.
I just I feel like he does a pretty good job at being an immature Han Solo. Not that Han Solo was very mature to begin
Yeah,
with.
exactly. He's a good young scoundrel.
Yeah,
I remember not hating this movie the one time I saw it. Obviously I remember all the hate that it was getting from the community, but I just remember thinking, it wasn't terrible. Not my
yeah.
favorite Star Wars movie by any stretch, but I didn't hate it.
I had a lot of fun with it. I only saw it in the theater I think twice.
Mm.
Normally I go see Star Wars movies. Well, no, since Disney bought it, the only one I really saw a bunch of times in the theater was Rogue One.
Mm. I did see the new trilogy a couple times at least in the theater. Each one, I think, or the first one. I mean, Force Awakens, I saw 3 times.
Yeah, Force Awakens I saw 3 times, and then the other two I saw once a piece.
Ooh, this guy looks friendly, or lady.
So yeah, this is Lady Proxima, the escape from Alice in Wonderland. I guess I don't. Where's her hookah?
That's what scoundrels do. They give excuses. Damn. You think Lady Proxima's practical or CGI?
Um.
I know they don't really do a whole lot of practical in modern
I-
Star Wars films, but
I think she's a combination of both.
that makes sense. Yeah.
But some of those movements definitely seem puppet-like.
Right. It's always a good idea to watch the live actor, see if they're looking directly in the creature's eyes.
Right.
Oh. Well. Nope. Oh, she's a vampire. Nice.
Some kind of weird vampire. At least she didn't sparkle too. No.
Though I would love to see a horror movie in the Star Wars universe. There's got to be a planet in this universe that's like just covered with monsters or something, just the most gnarly ass creatures.
Right.
I'd love to see
Well, they
that.
did that Lego Star Wars holiday special thing last year on Disney Plus. I haven't watched it, but
I saw it. Yeah.
I think don't they make like Count Dooku a vampire or something?
Oh God, I've only watched it the one time. I vaguely remember.
I
just watched the summer vacation one that just got released.
I just found out that Weird Al Yankovic's in that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I might actually watch it now.
It's decent. I mean, you don't take it too seriously. It's just a silly little one-off.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I think a lot of this segment is held over from the Lego movie directors.
Oh, is it?
I think so. I can't see this. This doesn't feel like Ron Howard to me.
Yeah.
And it's still weird to see the Queen of Dragons with brown hair.
That's valid. I'm always astounded that droid technology hasn't advanced so that they sound like humans. Like they still sound like droids, even however many decades in the future this movie is. They still sound like this. I am a robot. Really?
I think maybe it's like some kind of failsafe so they can't trick people.
Possibly. I could accept that.
I don't know. The IG-11 sounds kind of humanish in
Valid. Yep.
in Mandalorian.
Oh, definitely not
also,
all the droids. Yeah, there's
that's
going to
like,
be obviously
yeah,
a 3PO and shit, but it seems like a majority of just the random droids just sound like robots from today. Even robots from today sound better than that.
Maybe it's the ones that sound like robots get like regular mind wipes.
Possible. I can go with that.
Where 3POs, he doesn't get one till Babu Frick does it.
Right. Terrible. Oh, she said it's too tight, dude. Oh.
There's a little bit of Indiana Jones, like Last Crusade stuff in the not Last Crusade, Temple of Doom, like when they're speeding through the streets of Hong Kong.
I'll go with that.
I feel like that lucky dice thing was a little bit too much, trying to tie it to
a little bit, yeah.
The whole dice thing in the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm. No access without ID chip. People walk around without their ID chip? It sounds like something that's implanted in you.
You'd think so, right? Some kind of mark of the
your arm
deal.
or something, yeah.
Like a chip on a pet.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I found one of my cats years ago.
It works.
Yeah, damn right. I like that dude's look. Lady Proxima's guard there. I like that dude.
Oh yeah. I think it's crazy that they're like required to be in the darkness, but they're not.
A little bit, yeah. That seems weird. You'd think they'd be on a different planet that doesn't have as much sunshine or something. Right. They definitely don't visit Tatooine, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you're running from Lady Proxima, Tatooine's where you want to go.
There you go.
Two suns.
Blah. Oh, his name's Moloch? That's awesome. I just watched a Finnish horror film named Moloch. That was actually really good. I highly recommend it.
I was actually going to say, I think, isn't it the title of some movie?
Yeah. It just dropped last month on Shudder, that horror streaming service. And it's damn good. If you can deal with subtitles, I highly recommend it.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at her wearing makeup.
This woman officer, she almost looked like I don't know if you've seen the trailers for Andor. She looked like one of the Imperials in that. I'm gonna have to.
Oh boy. Run. Guys never listen to women. She said run.
Yep. I want a door like that. I never thought about it having plexiglass. Like every time I saw that cut metal screen door thing, I always just assumed it was pass through, like airwise.
stormtrooper outfits didn't advance much since this. They look almost identical to the original trilogy.
Yeah. I don't know. A couple of those guys look really strange from the back, though. Like it's like almost like they're wearing girdles.
It looks like Master Chief in that picture up there. Yep, there it goes. Classic story. Joined the army to avoid jail time.
Right? I had a couple friends whose parents had done that.
So you don't have a last name? This I'm not happy with.
Yeah, I think that's like the thing that got the most heat when this movie came out.
That's stupid. It's like on Ellis Island, the old stories of families coming over to Ellis Island, and if the person checking them in couldn't pronounce their name, they would literally change it.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's actually my adopted family, my grandfather's father. That happened to them.
Mm. He got in the battle fast. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, join the military during Reformation, you're going to see some conflict.
Goddamn, yeah.
Guy thinks he's Jango Fett.
I think we're still on the original directors here. This camera isn't moving the way a Ron Howard camera moves.
Yeah. Woody.
Do you prefer? See, this is a conversation I got in with somebody about. Do you like when name actors are in Star Wars movies, or does that take you out of the movie? Because I'm kind of on the fence. Because it's true. You see Woody, the first thing you say is, "Hey, there's Woody," and for a minute you're out of the Star Wars galaxy.
I like Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera.
That's true.
I liked Danny Trejo showing up in Mandalorian. I mean, in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
I like it when they're a side character, not the main, not the main guy. Like
that makes sense. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Like,
because that's what I was worried about with the newer trilogy. Like when they first announced Force Awakens, I'm like, there's no way that they're going to fill that up with a bunch of no names. It's going to be a lot of people that we know, and I was worried that it was going to take me out. But they actually did put a lot of young unknown actors in there, so that's pretty cool.
I think Woody though benefited from being like in like Zombieland and stuff.
Absolutely.
Not being just Woody from Cheers helped him a lot.
Natural Born Killers, brother. One of my favorite movies ever.
I always
haven't watched it in a while. Wow, it's one of my favorite movies, and it's been a bit. I watch so much horror, like you said, I tend to lose track of everything else.
I'm primarily Star Wars and Marvel these days.
Yeah, if the wife is home, which she works nights generally, so if she's home, Star Wars or Marvel's on the television. Maybe a Mystery Science Theater or something like that. Some classic thing that she likes as well, but. Yeah, if she's not home, it's pretty much horror on the TV. And plus, I'm in the middle of putting together my top 100 horror movies of all time for a friend of mine's podcast.
Nice.
Where he's basically collecting as many podcasters' top 100 as he can, and he's going to do like a definitive top 100 horror movies of all time.
Oh,
So it's a daunting task. Like I would never volunteer to do it, but I'll give him my list. Putting a list together isn't nearly as hard. Like the top 25 to 35 are easy. It's just a matter of ordering the rest of them.
right. I can't even imagine going like, what's the thing I like the 26th? Yeah, that's like what?
Exactly. Do I like number 27 more than 29?
Yeah. A lot of coin tosses.
Kinda. Sadly, yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to rewatch 130 potential movies. So sadly,
Yeah, I mean
I got to go by memory on a lot of them.
Han Solo having a mind of his own.
What a liar.
I think it'd be kind of neat to see like a one-off, like maybe like a Disney Plus special with like the crew that Han's joining up with right now, but before this mission,
Sure.
doing a successful heist.
Ultimately, I'm never against new Star Wars content as long as it's well made and well written. Like that's kind of my biggest thing. Is just sometimes the dialogue in some of these newer Star Wars movies is just so cringeworthy it hurts.
Well, there's that attitude where they got to make it for 13-year-old boys,
which really bothers me because it's like the people that grew up with Star Wars are now adults. So why are you catering to kids and alienating the rest of us? We're the ones spending money. The average 10-year-old isn't spending money; it's his parents.
Right? Yeah. Even the people that grew up with the prequel trilogy, they're adults now too.
Damn right. Yeah, I don't get it. Because it's funny too. Because I don't really look at the original trilogy as a quote unquote kids series. You know what I mean?
No.
The kids love it, yeah, because it's a great adventure, great characters, great villains, great everything. But it wasn't geared towards kids. And then, the prequel trilogy came out and it was very obviously geared toward a younger audience. And it really hurt. I didn't hate the prequel trilogy. There's aspects of it I don't enjoy. Let's go with that.
Muddy.
Here we go. Horror movie.
Right?
Now rip his arms off. What's funny is that back in '77, they said Chewbacca could rip somebody's arms off, and I'm still waiting.
Well, I mean, yeah, the only arms ripping off we ever by a Wookiee we ever got is the Black Chrysanthemum in Book of Boba Fett.
Right. Ow. Hair pulling. That's cheating, huh?
Did you just bite him?
I think so. Did he get more mud or fur?
Right? Probably tasting awful no matter what.
Valid. Sweaty Wookiee. Can't possibly smell that good or taste that good.
Do Wookiees sweat? Or are they like a dog?
Well, that's probably. Do we ever see Chewbacca panting though? That'd be funny. The classic misunderstanding language.
This is how Aiden got this job. He's like, I could talk like Chewbacca.
Oh,
Moof
damn.
Milker.
Moof milker. That's dirty.
Ow.
Uh-oh. Idiot. I actually like the way this is shot. This is pretty nice. I like the fog.
It's
The first of many trust me's.
right. Oh, right.
Oh, little Goro.
So there's, I forgot about that. That the pilot of the ship. There's a character that they show in the trailer. I think it's for Andor, but it might be for Mandalorian season 3, where it's a multi-armed character like that, but he's got like his eyes look like Maz Kanata's eyes, like they're like that, like rope, like a mechanical eyes. But I wonder if it's this mole-ish looking species.
Okay, that was funny. How many people dream of sleeping on a Wookiee's lap? One thing I'm most curious to see on this rewatch is Donald Glover as Lando.
Yeah.
I remember being kind of on the fence the first time I saw it.
Ooh.
No.
No personal space.
And that dude probably never brushes his teeth. Wookiee
Chewbacca?
breath.
Yeah, no, I
Wookiee
can't.
breath. God damn it.
Well, I mean, he definitely hasn't for a while. He's been in that pit for who knows how long.
Mm-hmm.
And he,
Mm-hmm. It's not that difficult. Come on. Nice shot.
yeah, I kind of feel like that line was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, Chewbacca, okay, and just Chewie comes naturally.
You would think, yeah.
It's like,
Mm-hmm. I think she has the only afro in the universe.
um,
I don't remember anybody else.
unless you count Pelimato on Mando. No, she's got the real one. She's
That's
not
true.
just a curly mop.
There you go.
She's got the real deal.
Wow, Chewbacca laughed. Wow.
He laughs quite a bit, even in the every time Leia gives Han crap in the original trilogy.
Valicord. Mm-hmm.
Wants her
Interesting
to have
question.
shark teeth.
You dating a shark?
It's like that, like the actually, I like there is a like pre-production stuff for Solo where they were toying with the idea of making Kira an alien species, so she could have. That would have been weird
A little bit.
if they made her dragonish.
Oh, Ted Cruz is going to get pissed off. Interracial couple.
Right? Freaking Ted Cruz.
I got to keep politics out of it. I'm going to start ranting.
Yeah. Tribe is family. Family is tribe.
Oh.
Here you go. Here's a third of my rifle. When I first saw this, I was like, wow, this is like straight out of Captain America.
Right, right. I'm waiting for the Winter Soldier any second. Bucky, no!
Way to be sneaky.
Yeah,
Mr.
the yelling
Yelly.
helped. Ooh, that looks fun.
Right? Because hell exists in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
They make reference to hell also in Empire Strikes Back
I believe it.
when they're talking about the Tauntauns freezing.
Mm-hmm. Look at them in their fur coats. Aren't they fancy?
Right?
Oh, boy. Oh, God. Being inside this train must suck. Uh-oh. Oh, no jetpacks yet. I thought Han was a pirate.
Not till the end of the movie.
Yeah. God damn, if every single vehicle in Star Wars doesn't look fun as hell.
Right?
Like all of them. I'd even drive Jabba's barge. I don't care.
Well, anything that's got that, like, repulsor lift kind of.
Oh, nice.
Every mode is a form of flying.
Ouch. Oh. Doesn't he look awesome with goggles on?
Right?
Chewie, I mean, of course, not Han.
Whoa. Yeah, I like the Empire Strikes Back probe droids a lot better than these things.
Right? I was just thinking that. I do dig this dude's helmet. Damn. Oh, shit. Poignant.
Yep, that's my ringtone. Forgot to turn my phone off.
Ow. Oh.
Yeah, I wish her character lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah. Come on, I thought you were strong, Wookie. Right.
Seems like a waste though, just to capture one like portion of one car.
Eh. The rest of the cars all just had DVDs of Ernest Scared Straight or Scared Stupid.
Ernest Goes to Space. No.
There you go. Whee! Oh shit! You didn't even get your cargo. Oh.
Oh, did it implode?
Not bad. Yeah, you lost your pilot for nothing.
Yeah, it's a big loss.
Pilot and your girl. Damn.
Yeah. I think if I was Beckett, I probably would have shot Han and Chewie right there. You guys are bad luck. Or at least shot Han.
Something, yeah.
Chewie's good for the muscle.
Mm. Greedy. I got nothing better to do. Jeez.
What do you think those yak-looking animals are called?
Mm,
Are those the moofs?
maybe. Yeah, there's some nice cinematography throughout this whole movie.
Yeah. And spaceships that look like office buildings. Well, office buildings from Fallout 4, but
The hell?
some weird Fifth Element crap going.
Yeah, really. Where's Max Grebo when you need him?
for a split second when I first saw this character, I thought it was Dwight Schultz. You know, from the A Team and Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Next Generation? Is that what he was on? I
Ooh,
forget.
that would be a question for the wife. I'm not a big Trekkie. She's
I'm
the,
not. I'm.
yeah,
I'm not either.
she's a huge Trekkie. She watches all the shows.
Closest I get to Star Trek nowadays is Orville.
I do watch that animated show with her, that Lower Decks. That's pretty funny, actually.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's pretty damn funny. It's not very Star Trekky, but it's pretty damn funny.
That's a Paramount Plus, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
I haven't splurged on that subscription yet.
I still have a bunch of my subscriptions from DirecTV when I work there, so until they get deactivated, I get lots of apps for free.
Nice. Khaleesi.
Oh shit! Oh. Uh-huh. Hmm. When you look like that, you can get out of anything.
Pretty much. Is that a tattoo or a brand?
Tough one. Not sure. I didn't see it long enough. Come on, drunk Chewy. Let's go.
Hope there's no Trandoshans there.
Horny?
Wow, chicka wow wow.
Uh-oh. What about the pilot? He died too. Damn it.
But he wasn't a human.
Yeah, valid.
These Star Wars villainy is tend to be speciest.
Speciest. Good attitude.
I want to know how Dryden got all those marks on his face.
Really, right? Sarlacc scars.
Because they look like scars, but they look intentionally placed.
Yeah. The Pikes. Mhm. I think part of the reason this movie wasn't as popular is that it feels, and gamers will know what I'm talking about. The whole movie feels like a fetch mission.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's no overarching story. It's just here. Yeah, we need you to get this. Oh, you fucked up, so now I'm going to send you to do it again. It literally feels like a big old fetch quest.
yeah. It could have. It probably would have worked better if they just made it this a video game.
Kinda. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, it's
It's just
starts with a
I
car
want more
chase.
story.
And,
You know, the original Star Wars was great. Yes, the action, but that story is absolutely epic. And
yeah,
this thus far doesn't feel like an epic story. It feels like Han and Woody trying to get out of trouble, which is exactly what it is. But it doesn't have that like global or universal impact that a Star Wars movie tends to have.
right. It almost would, like, if they chopped this up and made it a Disney Plus series, it would work better.
Possibly, actually, yes. I like that. Because then we can explore the characters a little bit more, spend some time more with Woody, with
Yeah,
Chewie, blah blah blah.
yeah.
It wouldn't just be a big old fetch quest.
Instead of a 2 hour movie, you have a three and like 4.5 5 hour series. You know,
Mhm,
chopped up.
definitely. Because the other thing about Star Wars movies, and specifically what makes them great, is like the villains. And I know next to nothing about Dryden so far, so it's like, you know,
Battle
he's obviously a
box.
menacing character, but you know,
Yeah,
he's a menacing character here in this local, you know, area. Outside, it almost feels like a Jabba the Hutt situation where he's
right.
powerful on Tatooine, but everywhere else he's a joke. Oh boy, here we go.
What's his singing name? Childish Gambino. Is that what?
Yeah, Donald Glover is Childish
Yeah.
Gambino. Yeah, yeah. This is America. No, this is Star Wars.
Is that a giant single eyeball on that one? creature right
Back
there over
it
his
looks
right
like,
shoulder?
yeah. Jesus.
Oh,
There it
where?
is. Yeah. Holy shit.
And all those creatures look practical effects.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Nobody gives me an applause when I win a hand at poker. What the hell?
Do you win too much?
Yeah. For my opponents, maybe.
You're not. You're usually not the beginner at your
Valid.
table.
Yeah. Gambling montage. Thought it was a predator for a second. Ugh.
One of his credit chips fell into someone else's pile. I think it's funny he calls him kid when he looks
A little bit, yeah.
like
That means nothing to me. Why did they not put out a companion video like on YouTube explaining the rules of this game so that I could understand what the hell's going on? Oh, cheater! Cheater!
yeah. Every time, like when I first saw that card thing, like the first thing I thought of was Fort Fairlane. He had that little Derringer or a Zippo, depending on which side.
Right.
Wonder whatever happened to Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, man. He had that show in the 2000s that actually wasn't bad. I actually watched a couple of episodes of it. I forget the name of it completely, but it was halfway decent. I think it was on CBS. I think it only got like a season, but I remember thinking it was a lot funnier than it should have been for CBS, especially.
I feel
But I
like
have no idea what he's up
I
to
feel
now.
like he was doing a comedy tour with Roseanne Barr right after she got fired from the Connors.
Oh, really?
Before
Wow.
the Connors, before Roseanne turned into the Connors.
Right.
But I couldn't imagine going to that show. That'd be weird. Kessel Run. Like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see the mission that Beckett was on with his crew, and Aura Singh gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
And if young Boba Fett was there or not. Because Boba used to run with Aura, according to the Clone Wars animated series.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, protesters.
See, this is what happens when they let droids get personalities.
Right?
Howard.
Ice cream man, awesome. Kill him.
That little bridge like it looked like a cross between Ewok Village and the mines of Moria.
Oh, nice.
Landonis? Lando is his nickname?
Yeah. Lando seems too normal for the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
The name, I mean, not the character.
I mean, Luke is pretty common.
True. Very true.
There's, yeah.
Music swell.
It's all nice and clean.
Right?
Sometimes he sounds just like Billy D.
A little bit, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Jesus, Woody never ages. Oh, that cockpit. Laid off. Terms you don't expect to hear in the Star Wars universe.
Right? Was he laid off or was he terminated?
Terminated means something different in the Star Wars universe. Gross.
Yeah, I like the humanoid sex bots better than the all metal ones.
Right? It just looks like it would hurt.
Yeah. If I'm gonna have a sex bot, it's gonna be something out of Blade Runner, not
Exactly.
not a scrap, not something I'd find in a sandcrawler.
At the least, awesome powers. Whee!
It's still weird to see the Millennium Falcon with the forks filled in.
Mm-hmm. Amazing how it looks better here than in the original Star Wars, which is what, like 30 years after this? 20 years?
Well, you know, I mean, when you got the first NES, everything looked really awesome. Then you go back to the regular NES. Now it's like, whoa, this is trash.
Valid.
Unless you're playing Zelda, then it's great.
I shouldn't say anything out loud. Lucas might go and make another special edition. I should shut up.
Could you imagine if they redid this and superimposed Harrison Ford's and Billy D. Williams' faces over Aiden and Donald?
That would look crazy. Idiot.
I did like the fact though that they showed other rooms on the Falcon.
Oh yeah,
in this,
absolutely.
It's what Mando and Grogu need is a Corellian freighter,
right?
Flying house with some storage.
Da-da-da. She's thinking Jason Momoa kisses better than you.
He definitely used more force.
Sadly, that is true.
Yeah. Just let him know.
Jeez. For a second, I thought she said Cronenberg's.
If they made this now, probably, because they would have had a writer from Rick and Morty working on it.
Oh, there it is. It's a brand. She answered our question. No. Jeez. No shit. Jeez.
This is a precision job. The ball be on the lowest level. Only way we can pull this off
You're asking Han Solo to stick to the plan. Hmm.
So I guess they should have explained his last name as like, because he's always doing his own thing. That's why he's.
That would make way more sense. I mean, I would have accepted it more if he picked his name, you know?
Yeah.
But just some random guy at a train station or whatever. That's a bit much.
Hikes. I got a kick out of that when I first saw it too. The Woody wearing, Beckett wearing Lando's Jabba's infiltration disguise.
Yeah.
What is that dripping off him? Just like drool?
Exhaust. I don't know.
Neutered. No.
Oh. Fucking 21st century security.
Right?
Security hasn't advanced. Come on.
Well, it's ahead of its time because this is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I suppose.
Even though they got, interstellar travel figured out. Look at what he's loose. Oh, no.
There it is.
Yeah.
So wear it sleeveless. What's the problem?
Well, wasn't there two of those guys? I mean, he could wear the pants from one.
Maybe
and
the
jacket
other one
from
was
the
too
other.
small. Uh-oh. Eh.
Terrascasi. That was a
Is that
fun
like
game.
Krav
Did you ever play that
Maga?
game?
What's that?
Did you ever play the Terrascasi video game?
No, didn't know it existed.
Oh, yeah, it's PlayStation 1,
Mm.
Masters of Terrascasi. It sounded like 3PO almost.
Right? That's what I thought I heard. Droid Revolt. Jesus. It's getting a little silly now. Come on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Damn.
The other Wookiee looked more like Chaka from Land of the Lost.
I was gonna say, yeah, he looked like kind of Bigfootish.
Didn't they? I feel like there was a story when they were filming Return of the Jedi, like they had to have someone with Peter Mayhew the whole time to make sure no one thought he was Bigfoot and tried to shoot him, like randos going through the woods.
Holy shit, that'd be crazy.
I think it's funny they went with 35 standard instead of it being, a measurement that we know, on Earth.
What?
See, I can see the Lando series being something like that if they ever get around to doing it.
Possibly, yeah.
Like have Billy D. Williams start the episode with looking at his old chronicles.
Yep.
Oof.
Oh, Jesus. Chewbacca's brutal.
Stay with me, son. I'm sure he slept fine.
He's not a stormtrooper. Had to get a social justice warrior in here somehow.
Those floor plates look a lot smaller than they did in episode 4.
A little bit. Could be a different set.
Yeah.
All right, stay there. I'm gonna get you out.
My shirt, my favorite shirt.
Oh, no.
That
Oh,
woman running was very awkward.
a little bit. Good aim. Damn. Oh boy, he gets to pop his cherry.
It's all right. It's all right.
they put this big emotional moment in here, but I just don't feel that like we spent enough time with that character to care that much.
Right.
Yeah.
Which another, if they had
Exactly. The series would have helped.
yep.
I feel like the problem with modern Star Wars movies is that they just try to put too much in there. Like that last one, that Rise of Skywalker, Jesus. So much, so many characters, so much information. I could see why so many people didn't like it.
Yeah, it was very
I mean,
fast paced.
Yeah, the pacing isn't as big an issue. But when you're jamming that much in there,
Yeah.
it's just a little too much. I mean, we spent a trilogy with the original characters, and they're trying to expect us to care as much about these characters that we've spent like an hour and 20 minutes with so far. Not quite the same thing.
Nope. Not gonna make you have to drop shit.
If we don't deliver, the rival will kill us.
Alright, trust me, I know you guys are important. There's no way they're gonna waste their TIE fighter chasing down a little Richie Big freighter.
No, they're gonna send 10.
So dumb.
Like this, I don't hang around in the office all the time.
Well, I guess what? It's actually 6.
Eh,
Would I never noticed that first TIE fighter that came out, it has,
yeah, it's like the different class.
yeah, it's got like an extra little pod.
Yeah.
It's an easy thing. If we don't have enough time,
But it's not like a TIE bomber size. It's
absolutely. There you go. Can't make a missile run in less than 20 bucks every time. How? The shortcut. There. Use the box. But that's the way it's doing. So I'll give you that. These all you said yourself. He's got the best navigational database in the galaxy. Over neural force possibly can be down every ring. Falcons navigation, right? Theoretically. Only one way to find out.
Theoretically.
You got a really good feeling about this.
oof. Would they say it was giant chunks of carbonite were smashing into each other? Is that what they said?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what that means. What are they or aren't they? Yes, they're still on us.
too many metaphors, dude.
Shit.
Nice.
You know I'm fine. 9 years old? Great.
Till I get it. All abundant.
You think they'd have some fire extinguishers on that thing, right?
I hope so. Jesus.
Of course, I guess really they only had R2 in the original trilogy.
Something I picked up with my pal. It's based on all four.
Needles, the street racer. Isn't that from Back to the Future? One of Flea's characters.
Needles. Oops.
Sonic, all yours. I go. Yeah, they're internal processing. Sorry. Watch out for it. Move them off that way. This is stuff. Well, if we're off, you're right. Henry.
It's weird. Oops.
Ooh,
Oh God, it's Cthulhu.
right? It's got 8,000 eyes, tentacles.
Yikes.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Cthulhu. I never even thought about that.
Yeah. That's the one. I got an idea. Don't fight for it, huh? Oh, what are you doing? That's a kickoff. I know. What you do? That's why, baby. Down the way up. 90 degrees.
Ish. Jesus.
Texas. Damn. Taking everything we got to stay out of luck. Almost there. Stop.
You have enough all forces to power a dozen destroyers.
Hold the shit. Up the fuel up. But if we put one drop in the fusion reactor, you might give us some 50 feet. Alright, I'm on it.
Not bad.
No, we're getting racked in a circle.
Ooh,
Oops.
Once we get lined up, it's going to be a straight shot. As soon as that coax ignites, we're going to tear out of here. The second we're clear of the maelstrom, we jump to light speed. Okay! Get off! I see it.
ugh. Pulling its skin off? Is that what that was?
Gross.
You know, that's gotta hurt.
Ugh.
uh,
Really, when I tell you to get closer, let the lights speak. Wait, remember that alley we slipped through in the Sandy City? Yeah, I remember everything about it. This time it's good.
Oops.
Watch it.
hmm. The whole point of that scene was to make what he says in episode 4 scientifically accurate.
Yep.
It's like he was listening.
At the time that Cortes was defined, Chris John was here. Destroy and kill us. We can kill you. That's the compliment. The Marauder. Hear about it tonight. All that they have to do is kill.
She looks familiar.
She's in Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Okay.
and she's going to be in the Willow series as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
I believe her name is Erin Kellyman.
Nice.
I had a research daddy very positive. Basically. They kept coming back. Taking me. Finally, people. They made a plan to find me that people started back and one day, no, no. You know, something like that. So they took the tale of every last man, woman, and child. You know what that kind of makes you tell? Tell them. Crimson Dawn let me back in the fight with the bits and committed unspeakable crimes of sacrifice. No. So death. Of our world has been brutalized by the syndicates. Crimson Dawn was used as a platform
It's Warwick.
to criminalize criminality. We weakened the empire.
Awesome.
The same thing on the birth of the people who have survived and still live alone. Fight back. We're not rewarded. We're allies. We're just the best. He's not silent.
The way they
Chewbacca.
smart.
Interesting looking beach.
You think they filmed this on location or on a soundstage?
Oh, probably location.
They might not have any weapons visible, but Chewie's got those.
He's got grenades on his belt.
Yeah, whatever.
That's great.
And then they all said, "There's no way he was not ready." That's what he did, right?
Gaslighter.
Hmm.
Not Kira. Kira, it turns out, has a weak spot when we deal with bad legend. No, I'm talking about my other associate.
Like him calling on Kid, I get, not Lando.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Am I wrong about that? That's the way. Look at Paul Record. Check that list. Okay. Right. Fine. That's,
The fuck is in his forehead?
On this guy?
Yeah, on Dryden's
Oh,
forehead,
on his
there's
left?
like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Almost like he's a Terminator, like it's metal under there or something.
Maybe it's his. Some kind
It's
of
probably
weird,
what's keeping his face together, probably.
right? Some weird bandage of some sort.
Uh,
Huh.
awesome. That's awesome.
Wait, was that 2 tubes?
I believe so, yeah. Eh.
So, that's the only one holding the glasses while I'm doing contact and correction, clean the face, except for some of the Yep. Yeah. And I'm also an actor.
Big stuff.
Oh, let's go. And huge mistake. Hopefully not third. It's gonna be the last. You have to so negative. Well, it's as good a time as ever to get up there, though. How so? Well, it's just that. I don't root for the forces who don't come back. That, that's you. You go first. Uh-huh. So, even if you could, you spend the rest of your life. You know what? I'm kind of getting used to the idea. She's not what I understand. That's your mom.
Okay. I
Hmm. Nice.
Would have been cooler if that sword was the dark saber instead.
A little bit, yeah. Oh,
It's weird. He almost looks blue there. Or my color on my TV's messed up. Like his necrosis is already kicked in. Feel the subtitles ruin the surprise here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Should have said mysterious voice. That alone, this scene alone, this.
Yeah, that was weird. It didn't really look like Ray Park.
It was though.
I'm sure it was. Maybe it was because of the hologram or whatever, but it didn't look quite right. Weird.
I mean, it has been like how many years between episode 1 and this? Like,
Got me.
20.
Han shot first.
Flying skyscraper. Kind of weird.
It's just I'm always so confused when it seems like in earlier movies in the Star Wars universe the technology seems greater. It's odd. Like I don't remember flying skyscrapers and after this, you know.
I think it's more like the Empire is just locking down on everything and taking all the cool stuff for themselves. And like
Valid,
hoarding all the metal to build Death Stars.
That's possible, sure. That's an impractical ship slash skyscraper. I feel like I've been on that beach. I wonder, did they shoot this in Mexico? That looks like a beach in Mexico that I've been on.
You know, I never really realize that there was crossover between Enfys Nest's crew and Saw Gerrera's crew.
Mm-hmm.
Namely Warwick and Two Tubes.
Yep.
Whatever. I don't even know what Warwick's character's name is in this. I wonder if Enfys Nest will show up in Andor. Yeah, that.
Spain. They shot this in Spain.
Hmm.
Not quite Mexico. And I've never been to Spain, so definitely not the same beach.
Nope. But still, Spanish is the local language.
Valid. I mean, I'm a Spaniard. Kind of shocking. I've never been back to Spain or ever been to Spain, but someday it's a bucket list item.
I've been to Northern Europe, never Southern Europe.
Yeah, Europe I haven't done at all, sadly.
They should though. You're right. Like they should have came out with a video how to play Sabacc.
Yeah, really. I would love to know the rules.
Or even do a whole like World Sabacc Championship series.
No parody. Awesome.
Uh-oh.
Oh, oops. Oops. A hustler hustles the hustler.
Yep. I'm kind of surprised though that Lando didn't like replace the escape pod thing.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Damn dice.
Yep.
Partially directed by Ron Howard.
Right? They don't give the other guys credit at all.
Nah, they never do.
Yeah. No, that was fun.
That was a lot better than I remember it, honestly.
Oh, there you go. Lord and Miller. That was the original directors.
Oh, okay. It wasn't.
They got producer credits.
Good.
But
yeah, I just remember, like I said, I remember seeing it the first time and just thinking that it was a little underwhelming, I guess. Like, I didn't hate it, but I just didn't really, I don't know. And now I kind of understand why I thought that way. Because, like I said, the movie feels like a giant fetch mission. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself, but it's valid. You know, Star Wars has an emotionality to it that these newer movies just don't have. And,
right.
you know, Like this movie, I mean, you're 100% correct. This way would have been better as a series, a Disney Plus series or something like that. It just this is a much bigger story than a 2-hour movie can tell, I feel like.
Yeah. They could have probably made it 2 movies.
Easy.
You know, just like have that first train heist be the, you know, climax of the first movie, and then
yeah, I can see that.
Know, deal with the barely getting away and, you know, people dying at the end of a, you know, a 2-hour movie instead of halfway through a movie. It would have been more impactful.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's also, I don't know. I also think, you know, when they released this movie, like they released it against Deadpool 2 and Avengers Endgame. And they dropped it, like came out like in the week in between those 2 movies. It's like that you can't compete. Like there's too much like I feel like the most of the people that like Star Wars also like superhero stuff.
Absolutely.
And you know, you got 3 huge movies, you know, 3. Well, I mean, Deadpool was Fox at the time. That was a separate entity, but like it was too much competition at once.
Yeah. I mean, but aside from the amount of money it made, it definitely has its issues. It has its storytelling issues. It's got its pacing issues. I mean, it's not a perfect film by any stretch.
No.
But at the same time, it's not my least favorite Star Wars film either. So, and especially with this watch, I actually have kind of a newer appreciation for it. Once you kind of accept that it is just like a side quest, you know, I think you have a little bit more fun with it, because I think people were looking for a lot more like backstory about the man himself, rather than just the backstory of how he got his ship and how he met Chewie, you know, stuff like that, which is still cool. It's still something that we want to see. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't feel the emotional attachment to any character in this movie that I felt after one original Star Wars movie. You know what I mean? Even though we didn't use any main characters in the original Star Wars movie, that was the point. Is, you know, they're setting us up for, you know, future tragedy and heartbreak and everything else. Here, you know, when L3 passed, it's like, okay, I mean, we spent all of 10 minutes with her. She's a sassy little social justice robot, but, you know, you feel bad for Lando, but again, this isn't Orlando necessarily. So there's still that kind of detachment to it. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that whole deal though was to sell that line that 3PO has. I think it was an Empire where he's like, I don't know where your, you know, ship learned how to communicate, but it's got a very interesting dialect or something like that. I forget the exact line, but it's like, you know,
it seems like a lot.
Confused.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of this movie was like made to set up or to explain a lot of this stuff from the, you know, the original trilogy. Yeah, you know, Lando and Han's kind of fake spat and then a hug. I mean, they pretty much emulate that at Cloud City. Yeah, there's a lot in here that's some people might find it a little pandering, but others might look at it as just, you know, filling in the blanks of the original trilogy. So it's just a matter of the kind of movie viewer you are.
Yeah, I think they might have did that just a little bit too much.
Yeah,
like take out like 2 or 3 of those, you know, homages to the original content, then everything would have been fine.
Yep, absolutely.
But,
and then we didn't even get to see Chewie. Chewie doesn't get his gun in this movie, right? So
yeah, no crossbow.
That sucks. That's one of the things I was kind of looking forward to. I thought maybe he built it or something like that, but no, I guess that's a story for another day.
Took it off, you know, some guard in Kessel or something, you know.
Absolutely, anything. Maybe they're saving that for the Disney Plus Chewbacca series.
Where no Earth words are spoken. It's just a bunch of like the old holiday special, just all growling, and maybe we'll get some subtitles.
Oh man, I mean, hey, I'd still watch it.
Would you watch the OG holiday special if they aired it on Disney Plus?
The thing is, I watched it once when I was a kid, obviously, and then I watched it multiple times since then with the riff tracks guys making fun of it.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know that I could watch it without the riff tracks now because I've seen it so much that way. And my God, that's special. I mean, oof.
Yeah.
Harvey Korman's hollow head and B. Arthur making a very odd appearance. That's the thing that kind of goes back to the question I was asking you earlier about if you like seeing name actors in a Star Wars thing, in a Star Wars film or TV show. That special is filled with a lot of 70s stars: Art Carney, Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
And it's like every time somebody goes on screen, it's like, wait, am I still watching Star Wars or is this the Golden Girls? What's going on?
It's a bad episode of the Carol Burnett show.
Thank you. Yes. Perfect.
Without Carol Burnett, it's like the day she called in sick, they did a Star Wars deal.
Her and Vicki Lawrence decided to go to the carnival or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I watched it recently. There's a few people that have it posted on YouTube, without riff tracks, and it's pretty rough.
I actually have it on DVD. I bought like years ago. There was a comic book store in Manhattan Beach that had they had bootleg DVDs and shit, and they actually printed up their own label and shit. I mean, it's cheap as hell looking, and it was only $10, but at the time it was so incredibly hard to find. I mean, this was before YouTube had it on, multiple channels. But yeah, I remember buying it. I remember watching it once and just thinking, I can never watch this again without riff tracks.
I feel like I might have it on video cassette, from recording it from TV, but I haven't found that box yet. And it's probably got an episode of Knight Rider on there too or something. I don't know. No, it was 78, so that wouldn't have been a show yet. But it's
Welcome Back, Kotter or something.
Some old sitcoms. Episode of
Barney Miller.
That's exactly what I was going to go with.
Oh, nice.
Barney Miller. I was going to say that old cop show. What was that old cop show?
There you go. I think we're dating ourselves. I'm old, okay? I already said I was 7 years old when the first Star Wars came out, so I'm sure you can do the math and figure out.
Yeah. And I'm a few years behind that, but
there you go.
Not much. But yeah, again, I don't know if you know, it's recently there was an interview with Kathleen Kennedy at Star Wars Celebration, and she was regretting recasting characters. She thinks that the Solo movie didn't do good because they recast Han Solo.
Yeah, but
I don't think so. It's purely the writing. That's what the issue was.
100%. Because ultimately, if you put Billy D and Harrison in this movie, you're going to have to do that digital de-aging, and that shit never looks good.
No. And there's no way those guys, everything that's done in that movie would have been done by stunt doubles.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We at least have the people match the movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, too much. Especially, I mean, at their age, either way, at their age, he talked about how much he hated even doing Force Awakens.
Right.
So, I can't imagine he'd volunteer to do Solo.
I'm concerned about the new Indiana Jones movie.
Ugh. I'm beyond concerned. I'm not sure if I'm even interested at this point. They would have to do so much to make up for Crystal Skull. They lost so much faith in millions of people because of Crystal Skull. My wife, who is the biggest Indiana Jones fan in the world, hates Crystal Skull, doesn't even acknowledge it. In her eyes, there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah. I have the DVD set for Indiana Jones, and I have, just because I felt like I needed to have Crystal Skull in my collection, I bought a bootleg out of some guy's trunk,
Nice. Don't support that.
It was 100%, camcorder in the theater. I think I skimmed. I didn't even watch it. I just skimmed through it to have a laugh.
Good enough.
But that was
much more fun than I remember. I will say that.
Yeah, I definitely. I'll probably watch this a couple more times before the end of the year. now that I've watched it again, and I remember now.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like a gripping adventure, but it's fun.
It is fun. That's the
You know?
best thing you can say about it, is that it is pretty fun. Once you get past all the pandering, all the references, the homages, everything else, it's still a pretty fun movie.
It's a movie you can make a drinking game out of.
I'm okay with that.
Every time they say kid. You know?
Oh, Jesus. We're going to die.
Smashed. But yeah, no, that was cool. I mean, I was thinking before we started watching this, like, is this the only movie that doesn't have a lightsaber? But no, Darth Maul does ignite his lightsaber at the end there, and for no reason, other than I have a lightsaber. Remember
might
me?
as well.
So there is no Star Wars live action movie without a lightsaber, or live.
Thank God.
Like, even in Mandalorian season 1, there's the dark saber.
Absolutely.
So there's no live action Star Wars, like, in its,
Yep.
when all pieces are assembled, each series or each story has a lightsaber moment.
Absolutely.
Which
I mean, if you're going to make a Star Wars movie, then you have to incorporate Sith/Jedi in some way. It almost wouldn't be a Star Wars movie if you're not incorporating them in some way. So at least referencing them, even if you're not going to put them on screen. So
Right.
yeah, at least getting to see Maul at the end and light up his little saber, it's something. It perks you up.
Yeah, but it also makes you go, "Oh wow, I want to see what Maul and Kira do."
Kinda, yeah. That's a
you never get it.
It's a whole story that's been untold. Yeah,
Because like even in the they've done a bunch of comic books that have Kira in them.
Mhm.
I don't think I haven't read them, so I
Mhm.
from what I understand though, Darth Maul's not there because it takes place in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Oh, okay.
So Maul doesn't make it past Rebels.
Right.
So it's like that's pre BBY. But yeah. Oh yeah, that was great. Thanks for coming and watching the movie with me. That was much appreciated. I don't really like watching movies by myself, and it's great when I get to do it with a friend, especially a friend who knows about the stuff. Not someone who's just like, okay.
No, this was absolutely great, brother.
Yeah.
I had a good time. Definitely, this is a first for me. Like I said, I've done kind of commentary tracks, but they don't usually. It's not usually like a live thing that we are streaming or something and actually posting the video. And it's usually movies that are going to be a lot less likely to get flagged for licensing issues.
Right.
We'll do commentary for obscure horror movies that like 3 people in Minnesota watched once in 1989. So not as big an issue getting that stuff on, YouTube and, streaming services.
Yeah, no, I wish I had, the ability to actually show the movie, on our feed here, but I don't want the ban hammer coming down. I'm pretty new to the whole YouTube thing, and I don't want it to, end before I get going.
Absolutely. I mean, we have the same thing. As I mentioned to you off air, I'm mainly a podcaster. I don't generally do video, but we do post our shows on YouTube. And sometimes I might accidentally use the licensed song, like in an outro or something. And yeah, it gets flagged almost every time. I'm a metalhead though, too. So it's almost always a metal band that I like, Iced Earth or, whatever band has a song that had something to do with the movie that we reviewed that episode. I might throw that song down as an outro. But I mean, ultimately, I don't even do it. My partner does it. I don't edit or anything like that. So I'm learning how to edit now. So I'll start one of my newer show. I'm probably going to start editing. So
cool. The music that I use came my buddy Dan Malore. He finagled it somehow, and it's all royalty-free guitar tracks. So
That's
It
perfect.
works. I have no idea who they are, you know. So yeah, in case anybody watching this is wondering where my music came from and what band it is, I have no idea.
Not bad.
But yeah, so but yeah, again, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it. Again, thank you very much. Where can people check out your podcast set?
Okay, all of my shows can be found at the Dark Discussions Podcast Network. That's darkdiscussions.com. The name of my shows are No More Room in Hell is the main show, and then all of my other shows are No More Room in Hell Presents. So we have No More Room in Hell is the main show. That's a bi-monthly show where we look at two classic horror films, review them. We have other segments like what we've been watching. We might do an interview, things like that. So that's the main show. Then we have No More Room in Hell presents Fresh Cuts. That's our weekly show where we look at the newest genre releases. Our latest episode is about A24's Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And then this coming week, The Invitation opens in theaters on Friday, so that'll be our next episode. Another one of the shows is No More Room in Hell presents Creature Comforts. This is a creature feature specific podcast, looking at stuff like Godzilla and the Wolfman and classic monster movies like that. So that one is specific to creature features. That is a monthly show. We just released episode 11 where we looked at Phil Tippett's Mad God, which just got dropped on Shudder last month. It is a stop motion masterpiece, so if you haven't seen it, please check that out. Once again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but once again, No More Room in Hell presents the Crystal Lake Gift Shop. That's our newest venture, where we're going to be doing an episode-by-episode retrospective of the Friday the 13th series from 1988.
It's the television series.
The TV series, exactly, that had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees and pissed off a lot of people. So we're actually recording episode 1 tomorrow, believe it or not. And that podcast isn't going to have any kind of particular schedule. We're just going to kind of put out an episode whenever we feel like having one. And yeah, that's pretty much most of my shows. I do a slew of guest spots on various shows, The Dark Parade, Cut to the Chase, just random horror podcasts like that. And so, I mean, if you look up Mr. Venom, you'll find me all over the place. But the main site that you can find me is darkdiscussions.com. And all of our shows are available on all podcast catchers, iTunes, Google Play, whatever you use, Spotify, anything that you use to get your podcast, you should be able to find my shows. Like I said, just look up No More Room in Hell.
All right. There should be some Tauntauns there. Let's see what else. All kinds of Star Wars characters being told they'll see somewhere in hell. There's no more room. It's probably full of all these characters. But yeah, all right. Well, everybody else at home, thanks for joining us. I'll be putting out another episode of Lobo's Loot pretty soon. There's some more Star Wars Visions episodes coming out pretty soon. And may the Force be with you. And if I remember the right button...